Hey, what's up, world? Zach here, making you guys a quick video on just some thoughts that I've had recently that I want to run by you. Because if you guys are having it, then if I'm having it, I'm sure you guys are having it too. I was at a Pottery game last night, and one of our fellow coaches was there, and a friend of mine, and we're just chit-chatting, and he randomly says, he goes, "Today was my first good day at work I've had in a long time." Okay, so clearly he's got some rough days ahead of him at work. So we're chit-chatting about that, and come to find out, like, he's been putting a lot of hours in at work, and the last game he was visibly stressed out, not there mentally, just over it. And he was like, "I can't be a good worker and a good coach and a good dad and a good husband. But if I'm a good dad and husband, I can't be a good worker. And if I'm a good..." And the whole concept was, which bucket do you fill? Right? You got all these buckets that need watering, but you only have one water source. Right? I'm my only water source. And there's buckets to be filled all the time. Which one takes priority to be filled? Right? A lot of people say, well, your family's bucket should be number one. But if you want a good life for your family, you have to have an income, a good income, right? So you have to water the occupational bucket, right? Because if you don't, you're not going to grow. If you don't grow, you can't provide your life, the life that you want for your family, right? And same thing like on the coaching front. Like, he's an athlete, he's competitive. We all want to win. But taking time to build the best lineup, taking time to develop the kids, the extra time out of your day. We're at a field, like this week, we're at an hour at Cages. We got a 3-hour game tonight. We got an hour and a half practice tomorrow. We've got a game on Saturday night. It adds on. There's a lot of extra time away from your family, time away from your job. So what buckets do you fill in life? And it's an interesting concept, right? It's something that everybody talks about, work-life balance. I believe that there is no such thing, that we should just have balance. But balance is hard. As a parent, as an employee, as a coach, as someone that has dreams of doing big things with their life, like, how do you manage it? You know, we went to the Padre game late last night, and we all got up all tired, and it's 1:30 here. I'm about to pick up my boys, and I ran off, and I had to get a caffeine hit because we have a game tonight, and if I want to be on for those kids, I need to be there, because I was tired all morning, and I jacked up myself to be on for my work today. I was like, is that the life that we want? Is to be artificially caffeinated just so we can water buckets? It's like, at what point is we're supposed to just break down and not be able to handle it before we take a step back? Because to be honest, I'm in the same boat as my friend, right? I'm trying to be the best employee so I can make money for my family. I'm trying to be the best husband to my wife, and I'm trying to be the best dad. I'm trying to be the best coach. Everything takes time and energy. But I'm the only source that can water these buckets, right? So it's just a thought to ponder, like, where are our limits? Like, when do we pull back? Because I can tell you right now, I don't want to pull back. I don't want to say I have to stop coaching, or I need to stop coaching to put more time in. I don't want to say, you know what, I'm not going to work as hard at my job and we'll just take a hit of income. I don't want to say, you know what, I'm going to let my marriage falter for a little bit, or I'm not going to be as good of a dad, spend as much time because I have other things to do. Like, I don't want to subtract, I want to add. But the more you add, the thinner you get. So how are we supposed to live a life of our dreams? Live a life of abundance. Live a life of, you can do anything you want, when those things take our energy away from other things that we want to do? I know you can't do it all, but like, I want to do it all. So how do we do it all? How do we be that good employee? Focus on that, growing our career, while nourishing our family, while nourishing a team of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old boys that need a coach? I don't have an answer, but I do these type of thinking things a lot, mostly in voice form, voice notes on my iPhone app. So I'm sitting here in the car, I just did a little walk, and I had this thought. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try something new, and I'm going to make a video about it, put it out there. Mainly because, especially for dads, like, and I you know, I'm sure it's the same for moms, but like, I'm not a mom, I'm a dad. We all go through the same thing, right? And I know that when my friend was talking to me and confiding in me, I think he thinks that he's the only one in the world doing it, and he feels bad trying to live this way. And I pretty much can guarantee you that if you're a dad out there and you have any sort of heart and any sort of drive, these are the things that consume your mind. I very regularly think about how I'm not doing enough in my life, in my family's life, in my work life. How can I do more? How can I bring more in, right? And it's a thought that I don't think I'll ever lose, but it's something that I think as men, as fathers, we need to manage, right? Manage the expectations of what is in life. And really how I do it is take a step back in gratitude to see how far you've come. Don't look at the past, don't dwell on the past, but every once in a while when you feel caught up, I think about the life I was living just 10 years ago, 5 years ago, last year. And you get to see the hard work pay off, even though when you're in it now, you don't see the hard work pay off. You just see the grind, you see the grit, you see the long hours, you see the late nights on a field, you see the dirt kicked on your legs when you're done in the afternoon because of the walk. So they're trying to squeeze in the baseball fields and everything else. You feel the tension leave your body. Like, this is mine. Like, I leave a field at 8:30 at night. Stressful game. I sit in the truck and I feel I feel the tension of the day on me, right? And when you do that, it's definitely not healthy, right? So taking time to really reflect where you were 10 years ago, right? Where was I at 28? Where was I at 35? And when you do that, if you're doing life right, you'll look at just how far you've come. And that idea of looking how far you've come can bring you peace as you ponder the question of, how do I do the next, right? So anyways, that's my long-winded voice note of the day. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments. Drop me a line, send me how you think, and maybe I'll do more of these.